is sort of crazy to think that the Roboflow season for 24-25 school year is winding down, and it's time for us to start thinking about what we want to do for next year. But before we get there, let's take a minute to look back, have some reflection, and think about what we've done along the way. Now, we wanted to build this group with a culture in mind that focuses on a number of things. The first thing, of course, is working on teamwork, but I mean, everybody says that, right? So let's talk a little bit more about the flow culture. Flow culture is built on 4 basic tenets. Failure, which is learning to accept the fact that you're going to make mistakes or things aren't going to work out the way you want, and using that experience to learn so you can pivot and come out stronger. The second is to actually listen to other people, where you hear what they say and take it all in instead of thinking about what you're going to say back as they're talking. The third point is offer, which is where you provide help and support to other people, but not in a way where you run them over, but in a way that they can accept. And then finally, wonder. We want everyone around us to care about what's going to happen next and think like, I wonder what's really possible, and then explore all those possibilities. That's flow culture, and that's what the members of the Roboflow set out to do. Now, that's the culture built around how we wanted to treat each other, but there's a culture around the things that we did, and it was on 3 basic ideas: drive, build, code. That is the base of all robotics, and we certainly did those things. For drive activities, we started just driving on the regular floor, learning how the controls work, to moving into the actual field of play, where students were able to use much more than just the wheels part of a robot. On the build side of things, students were able to create anything they wanted, from simple to complex, starting with something like you're seeing here, where you basically drive it around and push those boxes, to things more complex with moving arms, pincers, and pretty much anything they could imagine they could put together and put right into the field of play. And finally, as you might expect, we did do a bit of coding. Now, we could do that at home using a program that you can see here called VexVR, where students were able to maneuver around a virtual robot and build the code for it. Then they could take that code if they wanted to and put it right directly into a physical robot and then see the difference in the results. With all those elements in place, challenges became a major part of Roboflow culture. One of those challenges is the boneyard. The boneyard is where you get various pieces and parts from robots, try to figure out how they can go together to make a robot that can score points on the field of play. The second is the grid. You try to basically solve a puzzle with no information other than if you make a mistake, you're going to hear a noise that tells you you're wrong. So teamwork and quick thinking are always helpful in the grid. That's pretty much it for this year, but what about next year? Well, we need to start making plans now so we're ready. If this is anything you're interested in or you know somebody interested, come one, come all to the Roboflow. If you are interested, we are going to have an interest form for 25-26 year. This is both middle school and elementary school. If you are in any of those grades or your student are in any of those grades, next year, please sign up and use the interest form to let us know what we can plan for so we can make it the best year of robotics yet.